So, Coach, last year, 33-14 on your own turf.
Yeah.
And they were 0-4, I believe, when they came to your house. And now you come to their house and you knock them off by 1.
Yes. It seems like it's always a good game with Otay. I mean, we match up real well physically. Not a pretty game, though. I mean, you watch it, there are a lot of penalties in that game. That just got ugly quick. So we got to clean that up from a discipline standpoint. We can't have that many penalties and expect to win games. The only benefit for us is they got more penalties than we did, I think, and it all came down to it. So
it was an extended third quarter with penalties.
Seriously.
And I mean, as usual, Fish is all over the place.
That kid is phenomenal. Literally phenomenal. I don't think he came off the field tonight. He literally went from quarterback to free safety to kicker to punter. Kid was in on probably every single play tonight.
Yeah, and you know what? He didn't look like he lost a bit of gas the whole time.
This guy's a machine. He's a machine. And the nicest kid in the world. Just an absolute pleasure to coach. And man, you want the ball in that kid's hand at the end of the game.
And how about your offensive line play? I mean,
so those were the guys that I called into the circle and we were just talking. So I was telling them, Fish has started almost 20 plus games.
Right.
4 of those guys, that was their 4th start. So if those guys can start to gel, we can get pretty good. But I mean, they're still young. They're young. They still make mistakes here and there. But man, when Fish is around, it's a nice thing. But I really wanted to recognize those guys because it's a struggle. Every coach will tell you the most important thing that you want is that offensive line. If you got an offensive line, you can do a lot with your running game, your passing game. You can control the clock. You can do so much. So for those 4 guys, literally in their 4th game, a second big game in a row where it came down to the wire. I mean, kudos to them, man. I told them before the game, just give Fish time. Just do what you can to give him a little bit of time, and he'll make something happen. So.
And your defense really stepped up too to hold him down.
I tell you, who looked good tonight, and it's good to see him is Mikel. He looked back to his old form where he was tough to block tonight.
I predicted that one.
Yeah,
I said,
did.
you know
You
what?
did.
He's gonna step
Good
up
for
tonight.
you, man. Good for you. He stepped up. You called it, so call it next week too.
But yeah, your defense looks solid. I mean, all the way around, and like you said, even Fish out at safety.
Yes, making tackles up. When they did break one, he was there to make the tackle to keep the 60-yard run to a 30-yard run. So.
And just a quick look forward.
Mir Mesa next week. Tons of distractions, man. We're gonna sit down tomorrow morning and talk to the kids because we got homecoming. We've got the PPR alarm clock pep rally. I mean, it's going to be a week where we have to, as a coaching staff, say, look, when they're at practice, we're in between the lines. We've got to be dialed in because there's so many distractions off the field. That practice time is going to be critical next week because Friday is going to be, it's a coach's nightmare. I mean, I love it. I love it for the kids. It's part of the high school experience, but man, as a coach, I'm sitting there going.
Absolutely.
All right. So
all right.
Cool.